This is a First Alert Weather Special Report.
Hi there, I'm First Alert meteorologist Scott Padgett. It's a First Alert weather day. We have the snow now filling back into the tri-state. Sun slowly setting for us, so it's getting darker out there, but you can see the snow reflecting in some of the lights now down closer towards parts of Times Square. So, yeah, we've been dealing with the rounds of snow for today, and we have more developing as we go into the evening hours. So, our First Alert weather day continuing for today, Accumulating snow, general 2 to 4 inches for us. For most of us, 3 to 5 the east end. That's looking like it's going to be verifying for us. We could see some moderate to heavy snow at times. And then later tonight, some slippery roadways cannot be ruled out. Take a look at the radar now. Now, when you look at this picture with me, when you start to see this darker blue color showing up, that means we're starting to see a little bit more than light snow, maybe more moderate snow developing. When it's really dark blue, that indicates some heavier snow. We're now seeing that working its way back in to parts of our Jersey County, central and west sides. We've been dealing with that heavier snow that's been moving its way on through. So as we zoom our way down just a little bit more, you can see that darker blue color showing up. So those are some of those bands of some of that heavier snow that is starting to develop, the moderate to heavier snow. This one band right now, as you can see through parts of Monmouth County, northwest sides of Ocean County, is continuing to lift its way from the southwest to the north and east. So it's something we'll keep our eyes on. And through the day today, a lot of the heaviest snow has been falling out through parts of east sides of Suffolk County, through parts of the Hamptons, Montauk as well, dealing with some of that heavier snow. This is a look over at least the last hour or so. Still seeing some moderate to heavy snow falling. That switch over to all of a cold rain well out over the open water. Now, widening out the view, you can see this precip shield continuing to make its way from the southwest to the north and east. And widening out the view, area of low pressure, this system, it's going to remain out over the open water. But we again have that colder air in place, that wraparound effect, all of this moisture riding along that. We are going to continue to see this pulling its way on through. So again, you can see that darker blue band right there. So that's an indication of some of that heavier snow, better uplift happening. All right, First Alert Futurecast shows as we go into the next few hours that fill-in continues to happen for us, at times possibly dealing with some of that heavier snow near 7 to 8 o'clock. But you notice then that back edge from west to east happening as the storm system will continue to shift its way to the east. But it's made for a beautiful day today. A lot of us in our extended holiday weekend. Take a look at some of this video we have to show you and people out and about. This is coming in from Avon Papini. Thank you so much. This is in Westport. Of course, the kids are out there sledding, wanting to go as far as possible. That's the best spot. You know, my rule of thumb always like a little bit of that Pam cooking spray on the bottom of the sled. You're going to fly. Y'all could try that out. All right, let's take a look also above what's going on, this winter wonderland. This is in Sayreville, New Jersey. Look at this. It's from Henry Lynn. Thanks so much for sending this in, Henry. You can see all of the just grass area, the lawns there covered by snow. Road's not too bad, but it definitely is a winter wonderland happening for us. And of course, the dogs love this. At least some dogs. My dog doesn't. But this is Akira coming in from Priscilla Leary. Thanks so much for sending this in. Husky plays in New Windsor, New York. Of course. It's like, hey, this is what I've been waiting for and wanting. And you know what? Akira might get a little bit more coming in as we go through the next few hours. All right. First Alert Futurecast shows that all that snow will continue to shift its way to the east. By the time we get to about 11 to near midnight, still through parts of the east end. And then by the time we go into tomorrow, clearing out nicely. But we've been dealing with some travel delays because of the snow that is falling right now in this system. Let's take a look at some of the airport delays that we're talking about. And as far as those delays are concerned, there's a ground stopper, I think, right now, at least ground delay at Newark, 387 delays, 14 cancellations. LaGuardia, about 245 delays, 165 cancellations. And at JFK, 266 delays, 144 cancellations. So causing problems for travel. If you have travel for some reason later tonight, definitely make sure that you check to see if that flight is still going. So let's take a look now back to the maps a little bit more. How much more snow can we expect from now until tomorrow? Here's one of our forecast models saying about another inch to maybe 2.5 in Newburgh. This forecast model is a little bit less through parts of the east end, but take a look at the high resolution model. I think this one's doing a little bit better. Picks up on possibly Riverhead to near Montauk, another 2 to 3 inches of snow. Near the city, about another 1.5 inches. Just got a new report in Central Park. We're now up to 6/10 of an inch of snow, so a little bit more than 1/2 of an inch. So this is our latest thinking. So through the day today and this next round moving through, 2 to 4 inches of snow closer to the city, stretching our way down through parts of central Jersey, lower Hudson as well, west sides of Long Island. Now the east end, I think it's going to end up being you have about 3 to 5 total. There might be a couple of spots that maybe were slightly higher. And then the further north and west you go and south, about 1 to 3. So we have winter weather advisories that remain in effect as we go through the next few hours. They're going to be canceled, though, as we go through the evening. We're going to go ahead and show you through the southwest sides there of Jersey or central Jersey counties at 8 o'clock. That's when the winter weather advisory, at least right now, will expire. That does include Hunterdon, Mercer, Middlesex, Monmouth, Morris, and Somerset. Closer to the city, the winter weather advisory remains in effect until midnight. Does include the city, all of our 5 boroughs as well. West sides there, as you can see, through parts of Queens, stretching our way down through parts of Nassau County. And then further to the north and east, that's for parts of Connecticut, Middlesex, New Haven, New London, Suffolk. That's until 4 o'clock in the morning, as that system will continue to push its way east. All right, so the timeline now until 9, brunt of snow, heavy at times, 9 to 10, winds down, then 10 to midnight, leftover flurries, and we're just cold. Central Park reporting snow now, 33 degrees with a north-northeast wind at 8, making it feel like 26 degrees. Last 10 hours, we've been near the freezing mark, slightly above near midday, now been holding at 33 the last few hours, and that's the story as you take a look across a lot of the tri-state, upper 20s to the low 30s. But I want to point this out. Yes, we're going to get rid of the snow. The other story then is the cold on the way. As we go into tomorrow morning, a lot of us off work. Maybe it's an extra day to go out and build a snowman, just be out and about, or maybe just want to stay in, curl up with a nice book, some coffee. It's going to be 19 tomorrow morning, Morristown, 28 in the city. I think that's actually overdoing it a bit as we go into tomorrow morning. It's going to be colder than that, I think about 24. Then we're going to warm up into the low 30 to mid 30s to the mid 20s. However, this is what I want you to pay attention to. Going into Tuesday morning, we're going to be down into the teens to the single digits. I think this forecast model is a bit aggressive. We're going to be colder than 20 in the city. I think we'll make it down to 17 degrees. Then as we go, though, into Tuesday morning, we have to factor in the wind. One forecast model showing it could feel like 1 below in the city to 1 below in Stamford, 1 in Levittown, 4 below in Franklin, 9 below in Mount Olive, up through parts of the lower Hudson, possibly even colder. Fallsburg, 12 below is what it will feel like, to 3 below in Phillipstown. So it's going to be a cold Tuesday morning. The coldest winter lows that we've seen, look at this, last year was 10 degrees. So in the next 7 days, we're still above that, the last season, I should say. But look at that, 2022 to 2023, 3 degrees. So our morning lows the next 10 days, down to 17 Tuesday morning to 14 on Wednesday morning. Then we warm back up, and then we drop again going into the end of the weekend into next week. So we're going to be talking about several shots of some Arctic air on the way. All right, for your Monday, breezy sunshine peaks back out for us. And on Tuesday, that cold air is in place. Sunny skies, a high of only 24, 14 on Wednesday morning, 36 degrees, and then maybe a mix of rain and snow on Thursday. Before then, we have that next cool down on the way. And then I'm forecasting 13. This is on the 26th. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Dress in layers, dress in more layers. You head down the subway, you take all of it off, then you have to put it all back on. But you know how to handle all of this. All right, we have another update coming up tonight around 6:30 with our newscast. We hope to see you then. Of course, though, we want you to help us tell the story. Share your pictures and videos, cbsnewyork.com/photos. You can scan the QR code right there on the screen. That's how we showed the picture of the husky that we had. And also the sledding was going on. So help us tell the story. If you have great pictures or video out there, share them with us so we can share them with you again. All right, we'll see you in a bit.